I mean, which group could this be?
Can we get like a
Is
countdown?
Um, I got the starting screen up. It's going live now. So this is
I'll
our
bet.
little. I guess we can drop in with our intros whenever you're ready. Drink some water here. I guess I'll go first. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Welcome to LLT News. This is your host, Don Mellon.
And this is your boy Anderson Tuca. How are you doing today?
Anderson the fuck Tuka in this bitch. Hey, if you like this stream, I'd like you to subscribe, comment, like, and if you don't like what we're saying, you can always be a guest on the show. Just drop a line in the chat and we'll get back to you.
The Discord server is also live, so go in there, leave your thoughts, hang around, invite your friends. It's a free, safe space to talk about what you want, and it is not moderated, so you have to moderate yourselves.
Absolutely.
Okay.
So,
go ahead. You want to start it off?
yeah, so we could get started by talking about the man that was killed by the tribe. I guess it's not really a good word to even say it like that. Well, I guess we could say killed. But he was killed by a tribe for smoke. There you go. Real news.
Yeah, he was smoked. He was turned into like a pincushion.
Exactly. I mean, if you go fucking around with the natives, you know, these days, I like that they got their little protection because that shit is weak. Nobody wants your Christianity.
My thing
I mean, Jesus wasn't even like, you know, rolling up on the wrong people.
So, it was a 27-year-old American. He was recently killed by an Indian tribe off the coast of India in the Bay of Bengal. It's like a nature reserve type of deal they have going on. It's actually illegal to approach the island or get anywhere near it. And he did just that. He bribed a local fisherman to take him there. And the first day, the fisherman took him close and was like, this is as far as we can go. The next day, he brought his own kayak, and then he had the fisherman take him close to the island, and he rowed the rest of the way. Upon reaching land, he was hailed with a volley of arrows. He was hit by the arrows, and he continued to walk towards him. And then they finished him off, shot him with more arrows, then dragging him across the beach, and with a rope around his neck. The fisherman fled in fear. It came the next day to see the dude's body on the shore. The police saw it, and they just can't get his body back. The natives are shooting at anything that gets close. There's actually, I've seen a retort to the story, and members of his church actually want justice brought to the island now.
Yeah, like, justice was brought. You just didn't like the justice that was served.
Like, see, and that's the problem. Now these fucking Christians want to go there and kill the people of the island. Like,
exactly. History repeating itself, man.
It's just like, man, this reminds me of the sad story of fucking Harambe. You know, a kid jumps in the cage with him and you got to shoot Harambe because someone else broke the rules.
Exactly.
So you want to break
Rest
the rules.
In peace, Harambe.
Yeah. Rest in peace. Press F for Harambe. And like, the thing is, people want to kill these people because they defended themselves. They don't know what he was coming there to do. They don't even speak the same fucking language. And he comes there talking all that shit, you know, talking about, have you heard of Jesus Christ, our Lord and Savior?
Yeah, it's crazy. And actually, he actually visited that island about 4 or 5 times. So that's something I didn't know. Also, that tribe's population. Yeah, the tribe's population.
He was actually on the island?
Yes.
Actually stepped foot on the island 4 or 5 times.
Yes, 4 or 5 times.
Did the natives know?
Yeah, they actually, the last time they chased him off.
Oh, so they didn't fuck with him. They told him not to come back.
Yeah, they shot arrows at him and he went back to spread the good word of the Lord Jesus Christ. Like, get the fuck out of here. And then it was saying that their population is so low that they don't even grasp the concept of money because there's not enough of them where it makes sense. And it's illegal to go there. So I don't understand why this doesn't say uh, reckless criminal killed by say heroic tribe members. That would be the best title.
I think it's crazy that he went there 4 or 5 times, and then I wonder why they chased him off the island. That's the real story. We'll never know now because he's dead. But I really want to know why the fuck they chased him off the island. What did he do to those people? He did something. They didn't like it either. They didn't fucking like. They weren't fucking with whatever he did.
Yeah, like they're like, look, dude, we don't want your Jesus. We don't want your fish. We got this shit covered. And then I thought, like, isn't it crazy? Like, he's such a selfish prick. He's not even thinking about the fact that he's going over there and exposing them to foreign diseases. He could kill the whole fucking tribe by stepping foot on that island.
Yeah, he really didn't know what he was doing, and he paid for it with his life.
Yep.
I can't say I feel bad for him because, you know, play with fire, you get burned.
Exactly. Stupid games, stupid prizes.
Yep. Did you hear about the woman who bought a storage unit for $500 and found 7.5 million in it?
Oh man, I wish I was that lady.
Yeah.
I mean, I might even leave the LLT news network for that kind of money.
Tell me
Nah,
about
fuck
it.
that. Fuck that.
It's
We're the only real news.
it's on the show Storage Wars actually, and the lady I guess bought it off that show and then found the fucking money in a safe, and an attorney for the original owner of the storage unit offered her 1.2 million for the return of the cash.
No, thank you.
I mean,
I want my money. It's my money now.
oh, it is actually because whatever's inside of the.
That's your property.
That's true.
Exactly.
That is actually true.
Like, how retarded is that? Like, I bought this thing. I bought $7.5 million for $500, and you want me to give you that so you can give me 1.2? Is that what it is? Million?
Yeah.
I mean, like, yeah, like, I'm really a jackass. That's what you thought.
She's doing the right thing. That's what she's gonna look at it as.
Exactly. The right thing is usually the wrong thing for you, and the right and a good thing for somebody else.
I told him, how about this? I give you 1.2 million to leave me the fuck alone.
Fuck alone. That's a plan. I mean, think about that. You found that in cash. That is a lot of money because that's not the same as 7.5 million taxed. There's no tax on that shit. That's beautiful. And it's all cash, so I mean you probably don't need the cash, but like if you were running from the law or some shit. Great, great times ahead.
That's a life-changing amount of money. It's crazy.
Oh my goodness.
Ridiculous.
I mean, that's enough money to probably get away from the Me Too movement. I think so.
It's almost enough money to, preventing your child from going on fake social media accounts to meet up with adult pedophiles pretending to be chicken nuggets and ice cream.
Exactly.
So, apparently, I mean, I had to bring this one up because it's ridiculous. There's pedophiles. They're fucking pedophiles. Call them what they are. Sex offenders pretending to be chicken nuggets and ice cream on social media to lure children. And I mean, honestly, at this point, if your child goes to meet some ice cream or chicken nugget off of social media, it's natural selection.
Exactly.
It's natural selection.
Definitely.
Your kid needs to know better. There's no such thing as fucking talking chicken nuggets. No such thing as ice cream. And if there is, we have enough of it at the house, you can eat it here. You don't got to leave somewhere.
Exactly.
It's
like, we
ridiculous.
got more than enough. And you know, like, it's like kids, well, I'll say this, depending on the IQ of the child, because some people can't fold. I think it was the guy said He had an IQ of 79, and they said he took 3 hours to learn how to fold a piece of paper 3 times, like an envelope.
I mean, I wonder why it
Like
took so long.
because his IQ is so low that basic tasks are like
To like make an
super
envelope?
complicated. Well, just to fold paper, fold a piece of paper 3 times.
Like
So
one,
that
two,
it
three.
fits in
So
an
his
envelope.
hands didn't work.
No, his hands work. He's just that stupid.
I mean, I get it. I get it, but I mean, like, okay, like, did he not know he needed to fold it 3 times, or did he not know how to fold it 3 times? That's my
he
question, I
couldn't.
guess.
He couldn't grasp the concept
Of
like
making it
me and you.
smaller.
Like how we can do it. Like we could just watch somebody do it, and then we'll do it ourselves. Boom.
So that's what he was struggling with, just repeating someone else's action.
Just the entire process was like
I
it
don't
was
know.
like
I
me
think
or
I want
you
to blame the
learning
teacher.
a whole skill. No, no, like he's just that stupid. Like the military will not accept you into the military unless you have an IQ higher than 83.
Of course, I mean, I don't want like someone with an 83 either running around with an M4. I don't want
Yeah,
that. But at the same time, I really don't see like I would like my shot at teaching that kid how to fold the paper 3 times. Show him like 3 hand claps, man. This easy. Like, what is the person showing them?
exactly.
I think it might have been overcomplicating it.
Well,
I just
this is
imagine
my
some
thing.
old white lady. First, you take the corner and you bend it here. Then she says a little fucking poem or something. Like, confusing the shit out of the kid. He's like, oh, a poem about dogs and cats while I'm trying to fold these 2 corners together at a 95-degree angle. Like, the fuck you telling them? Just close the shit 3 times.
Exactly.
I don't know, man. Maybe
But
I should go teach kids.
once again, like, comment, subscribe, and yeah, man, I think it's hard to say because they're like, if your IQ is really low, you can't even work at McDonald's because it requires multitasking. And how many people at McDonald's you're like, man, this motherfucker's stupid. So if somebody's IQ is, I don't think we ran into people like that. Like, I mean, maybe we ran into like somebody with Down syndrome or something like that. But just like a regular looking person, no defects, that's just stupid. Like just man, I mean, but don't you realize sometimes that you like know people that are really dumb like that? Like they're not that dumb, but you're like, man, they don't get anything. Or like maybe they socially retarded.
Yeah, I know a few of them, especially here on Facebook.
I know her.
Yeah.
Yeah, like yeah, there's a lot of people out here that are just man, they're fucking slow. So I don't know, man. I don't know. Some of these kids, man, some of them are playing with fire because that's how like kids like to do. Like, oh, yeah, like I want to click on it just to see what happens. But then a lot of them, some of them are probably just retarded. Man. It could be that. I don't know.
America's youth, man, they're in trouble. First, it's the chicken nuggets and the ice cream pedophiles, and it's the folding paper. Like,
The ice cream pedophiles.
I mean, okay, so they're on using sites such as Facebook. So, I mean, I know a lot of sex offenders aren't allowed to use the internet, like by court order. So this right here is
Right.
a crime in itself. Their accounts are being hacked or taken and being repurposed.
Now, whose accounts are we talking about?
I guess the offenders are taking kids' accounts or other accounts. Offenders setting up fake accounts is only one aspect of online risk for our children. Oh, they're talking about risk in general. Talking
Oh,
about kids
okay.
getting hacked and bullied and all sorts of shit.
Yeah, well, I think keep your fucking kid off the internet. Like you didn't let him go watch the rated R movie. The internet is way worse than a rated R movie. Get the fuck off the internet or put some type of parental control on it. I mean,
Yeah, I think internet definitely needs parental control. The internet's for adults. I mean, I think the internet can be a good tool if used wisely, but I strongly believe that like if you're too young and you're using this shit, it's just not for you.
exactly. I mean, come on. Like, do you really think that, like, your kid, like, they could literally be typing in popcorn, P-O. It is. And guess what's coming up next? Big black dick. Black. Like, no, man. Hell no. Like, you gotta be careful with that shit. And then, like, a lot of these kids, they got fucking cell phones and shit. Like, you really let your 7-year-old like be like, yeah, mom, I'll be back from school later. You get to school. He's like, Mom, I made it to school. And then he's like, who knows what he's doing on that shit. He's probably watching like Happy Tree Friends or something.
I think a cell phone is important for a kid, especially if used the right way. But I don't know if it needs to be a smartphone. When I was
Absolutely.
younger, I would think about giving my kid a smartphone because I would want one. But now that I'm older, I just see nothing good coming from that,
Exactly. Like, why would you give your kid a fucking computer to put in their pocket? I mean, it's bad enough they're all on iPads. They're all on iPads. Like, every kid I see has a fucking iPad. Like, he could have, like, one shoe, but he's got an iPad, He's got, like, no shoestrings in his shoe, and he's got a fucking iPad, He's probably smelling like Bigfoot's dick, and he's got an iPad. I don't get it, man. I mean, I guess it's just weird being a parent now because you're like navigating waters that didn't even exist until 20 years ago.
You got a lot of trash content on the internet nowadays. You got like the fucking Ethan Bradburys and shit going on. Like
Exactly.
sitting here luring your children in with Spider-Man outfits, and then sexually patting other men on the ass.
See the baby.
Yeah. The Bradbury, the Bradbury, man, ridiculous.
Yo, that dude, man, there's something really wrong with him. I mean, like, anybody who's never seen Ethan Bradbury, just go type that dude in. I mean, there's something really wrong with him. But yeah, like, you're right. Like, that Spider-Man shit was mad weird. Like, they were humping Elsa. Like, that was weird, man.
How old is Elsa? Is she even legal?
Elsa, I think, is legal. I forgot the sister's name. What is the sister's name? Have you ever seen this clip? Can you pull up John Travolta, Adina Menzel?
Elsa is 8 years old in the beginning of the movies and then 21 at the end. Okay.
Oh, so she grew up.
She grew up. No, wait, says they're officially 19. Okay, she's officially 19. I don't know what the fuck it is.
The younger sister
No, she's 21 most of the movie, so let's go with that. She's 21. The younger sister is 18, so they're both legal.
Oh, they're both legal. So, yeah, there you go. Spider-Man. Spider-Man actually isn't legal, right? Because he's in high school.
Depends on which one you're going with.
We're just going to go with the youngest one.
There goes Bradbury, you fucking pedophile.
Is he the baby?
Fucking got you.
Yeah, we got him. Yo, type in John Travolta, Adina Menzel, and I'm going to tell you how to spell her name. It's on YouTube. This is a fucking funny ass clip, bro. Idina.
You send me the link.
Oh, you know what? I'm stupid. I could have just done that. So yeah, I want to see you that.
Seen a whole bunch of weird shit coming up with John Travolta.
That guy is a whole podcast, bro. Like, he's like a 3-hour podcast.
Wonder what John Travolta's been up to. What you been doing lately?
You know, this was 4 years ago when he did this, but it was it's pure comedy. But I don't know what he's up to. I know that he had like a bunch of like shit going on where he was like molesting guys like at massage parlors and shit.
Sounds like some John Travolta shit. I wouldn't put it past him.
Yeah, it was like mad weird. I'm like, and he was just kept getting bagged for it. But this was like pre Me Too, so nobody gave a fuck, and he dodged that bullet, man.
Oh, there it goes.
Yeah, there you go.
I see them. Wait, what the hell?
Can you pull it up?
Which one should I be clicking?
Um,
The one where he's on Jimmy Kimmel? I see one where it's like a biggest Oscar fail.
yeah, that
23
one.
seconds.
Yeah, that's the one.
Alright, hold on. Let's get this over on the big screen.
There will always be a special place in my heart for the movie musical.
Not let that. Man, we're just fucking up today. I still had this on the fucking stream starting soon screen.
Yeah, I don't know. Oh, here we go. Oh,
We're it's definitely one of those days.
There will always be a special place in my heart for the movie musical.
here we go,
And for
man.
the songs that create their most memorable moments. Here to perform the Oscar-nominated, gorgeously empowering song, Let It Go, from the Oscar-winning animated movie Frozen, please welcome the wickedly talented one and only Adele Dazeem.
What was that? What just happened?
All right. So the lady's name is Adina Menzel. And the
Adele
motherfucker, he's like, the wickedly talented Adele Dazeem. He was so fucking confident. I'm like, who
By the
the
way, I'm
fuck
an art
is this guy
collector
talking?
myself.
Oh, yeah?
When
I know he was high, man.
When I was a kid,
Like,
I
that's
had the
some-
Welcome
definitely
Back
some
Kotter
high
lunchbox,
shit.
Definitely high.
and my wife managed to get the original artwork.
But
for
yeah,
the
he's just a weird guy, man.
lunchbox. It's a pretty.
Like, John Travolta is like a guy I don't think I want to hang around him.
Is it?
Because
Why not?
he's gonna start doing weird shit. Like there's this clip of him and Jodie Foster. Have you ever seen this shit? I think it's Jodie Foster. No, not Jodie Foster. It's him and what's that bitch from Halloween? Damn it. Do you know Halloween? The chick from the movie Halloween?
Yeah.
You remember her name?
No. I'm
You know
really
what?
mad at actors' names. Really
Yeah,
bad.
man. I don't know why. I don't want to remember. Shit. Anyway, they're like, it was like some really horrible 80s movie, and they're like just humping the shit out the air. Shit is fucking comedy.
Just scrolling down your Facebook timeline and I see Me Too for dogs.
YouTube for dogs.
Yeah, Me Too for
Oh,
dogs.
Me Too for dog.
Like, the movement has to start somewhere, man.
It does, man. I think, I'm all for it. We're not going to see dogs get treated like shit anymore. That means, like, dogs are no longer going to have owners, man. They're actually going to be out in the streets.
I mean, I think we should really get
No
them
more
right
leashes.
to vote. We got to start there. Start with
Hell yeah.
empowering dogs, get them in, get some dog legislation going through.
Exactly.
Some
And
dog
those dogs
representatives.
and those dogs that commit crimes. I mean, we're going to have to start paw printing those motherfuckers.
We got to start punishing them.
Exactly. No more kibbles and bits, motherfucker.
Bad boy. Bad.
Sit. Play dead.
Okay,
Fuck
see?
that. Die.
Now that's a little demeaning right there. Look at you.
I
Racist.
know I'm like going against the Me Too dog movement.
Definitely racist towards dogs right there. You kill dogs on sight.
Yo, that's horrifying, man.
I mean, you sound
Like
like
being a
Twitter.
dog.
You sound like Twitter. They just had last week the trending topic kill all Jews. Excuse me.
Oh yeah. That shit. Like, wow.
And Twitter is getting out of hand, man.
Yeah, Twitter is definitely not. You know, it's not like living up to its reputation anymore. It used to have the reputation of we're gonna destroy you, and now it's fucking destroying itself. It's trending the Jews, man, in a negative light.
I mean, you think there's people like Reddit and them behind something like that, but I want to know how. How many tweets does it take? What do you have to do? How many people have to say that on Twitter? Twitter's been banning
Exactly.
motherfuckers for less. You make that little NPC picture your profile picture, you get fucking banned. So I want to know how many people got away with saying kill all Jews repeatedly. Like, how does that happen? How does that slip through the cracks, you know?
Exactly.
Because it was fucking trending. It's hilarious. It's like, oh, man.
It's like that the whole like their whole algorithm and shit is like, it's like, what are they gonna do now? Are they gonna like make it where they're filtering what's really like hot to the people, what people like to repost and retweet, you know? And if they do that, then it's like, what kind of fail of a operation do you have now?
Well, Twitter's
There's
already a fucking joke. So what they're going to do is they're going to sit
Yeah, that's
there
true.
and start censoring mad accounts. It's going to get ridiculous. They're going to start controlling people's shit. They're going to...
Yep.
It's going to be ridiculous.
I mean, what I'm hoping is Twitter, you know, this actually, shout out to Twitter in the sense that let LLT News become the #1 trending news network in Twitter history before you take us down. Because I know you're going to take us down.
I don't know,
But that's
man.
got to
I don't
happen
know if I'd
first.
want that to happen. Because, you know, those crazy people on Twitter, you know...
Well, I mean, we'll just change the name, to the best news network or some shit, because we are.
We'll change it to CNN.
CNN.
I always change
Or
it to
we
CNN.
could name it the Faux News Network. Or you know what? Fuck that. MSNBC, man. Have you ever
MSNBC
watched
works.
C-SPAN, bro?
Watch what?
Man.
Say again one more time.
C-SPAN. It's like the really
C-SPAN.
shitty
No, I never
bullshit.
watched C-SPAN.
Me neither, but I have watched. Well, I've seen it, but I have seen like clips, man. C-SPAN be having some funny shit going down. Let's see if I can bring up some of this craziness.
I never knew anyone watched C-SPAN.
Oh, this is a great one. So, people do like prank calls to C-SPAN because C-SPAN is, so boring. Like I'm gonna send you one of these joints. Oh, by the way, subscribe, like, comment, and remember, if you need real news, LLT news, you know where to come. But yeah, man, like, so anyway, so here's the C-SPAN clip.
Where'd you send it? Okay, I'm gonna have it up on the screen in a second.
Friend of Valley.
76-year-old woman was sexually molested in second grade. Oh God.
Yo, this is perfect.
Gotta get your hashtags ready, man. Definitely
Exactly.
Get your hashtags ready, man, for this one. I think we're gonna need it.
Hashtag 76-year-old.
Yes, I'm a 76-year-old woman who was sexually molested in the 2nd grade. This brings back so much pain. I thought I was over it, but it's not. You will never forget it. You get confused and you don't understand it, but you never forget what happened to you. Without my family, I would never have been able to go through this. And now I'm 76 years old, and I thought I was over it until I heard that it's happened to someone else. And it is such a shame.
Brenda, how old were you at the time?
I was in the 2nd grade, and it was a 7th grader at my school. And, you know, on rainy days, they have you march around the school back then because they couldn't let you out. And I would see him, and I would get so upset. I've had a weight problem my whole life because I was so afraid that someone was going to hurt me. And I'm married. I have a wonderful family. I have a wonderful husband and a child and great-grandchildren and grandchildren, and I thought I was over this, and I have not brought this up for years until I heard this testimony, and it is just breaking my heart.
Brenda, thank you. Thank you very much for sharing your story. We're going to go
You
back.
know,
Brenda,
I imagine some people having trauma, existing trauma and all that shit, but see, the problem is the way shit's done nowadays is so politically motivated. I just can't trust it, and to me it seems like it was done on the air, kind of like for a show.
Oh, that was a total flex.
Total flex.
That wasn't I fucking actually sent you the wrong clip because
the tears sounded mad fake.
Exactly. I think we had to. I wanted that on there too because the Me Too movement for the dogs, you know.
Yeah.
Because imagine you might have got molested at the shelter or some shit.
I don't really have too much to say about that, just because, you know, it's like, you know, I mean, I'd be speculating a little too much. But I mean, anything involving that Kavanaugh shit, you know, I mean,
it's ridiculous.
It is what it is. I think if he did it, yeah, he should go to jail or something. But if he ain't do it, we should drop it, you know.
Well, if there's no corroboration from other parties, I mean, how can we just run with what someone says?
Yeah, that's
it's sad, but you know,
if you ain't do it, then
you can't. Exactly.
I mean, the problem is with stuff like that is a lot of people just saying, like, the thing with a lot of the Me Too stuff, people act like there is no lying on people. You know, there is no lying saying, like, we watched it time and time again when a girl was getting arrested by a cop and yelled, "Stop raping me." You know, the dude is touching her with one arm, you know? So, I mean, like, it happens, and it puts us in a bad place where now we have real rape victims not getting believed in situations like this, you know?
Right.
And I think that's what sucks. That's the shitty part about it, you know?
Yeah, I mean, like, rape is no joke, of course. You know, if somebody gets raped, that shit's no joke. But at the same time, it's so hard to know if somebody raped somebody without evidence, you know? Like, if somebody just says they got raped and this person did it, it's dangerous territory. There's actually a whole story about that. This guy, right? His ex-girlfriend from high school, he's like 23. She said that he came in her house, sliced her chest with a razor, an X on her chest, and raped her, right? Yeah. Forcibly. Also, I mean, and so this guy was on trial. He was facing 99 years in prison. A selfie with his mom, 70 miles away, 7 minutes before she said she got raped, so that would be impossible for him to be there. That's what exonerated him. Yeah, imagine if he didn't have that. Yeah, so it's like, it's very dangerous territory going, yeah, you did it because she said it. Believe all women.
We have another one. Yeah, and that's the problem. That's the narrative, believe all women. We have another one here now.
A woman claims she
I'm
was
gonna go ahead
kidnapped
and
and
play on the
sexually
screen.
assaulted by a state trooper.
Fox 4
All
Shannon
right.
Murray's
She
live
says
in
she was
Ellis
raped
County
by a
where that
state
woman
trooper.
was arrested. Shannon?
Wow.
And
Lauren,
she
I
got
think
arrested.
This woman's story
'cause she fucking
accusing
lied.
a DPS trooper of sexual assault has been shared nearly 80,000 times online. But early this morning, her attorney issued an apology after DPS released video of that arrest. Around 1:30 Sunday morning, the state trooper pulled over Sharita Dixon Cole on suspicion of drunken driving. She tells the trooper she's coming from downtown Dallas, where she only had one drink, and she's driving to her fiance's house in Waxahachie. During a field sobriety test, the trooper pours out 2 bottles of alcohol he found in her back seat.
She was
He
lit.
places Cole under arrest and asks her to sit
Yep.
in the front seat of his patrol
She looks
vehicle.
good too.
Well, this is the point
Would
when the
never thought
woman
she would've
says the
lied.
trooper offered to let her
Yeah, which
go
is
in
a
return
shame.
for sexual favors. But that exchange is never heard in the video. Cole also accused the officer of fondling, groping, and sexually assaulting her on the way to jail. But those claims also not supported by the video. Hours after her arrest, well-known
should've put her in
civil
the
rights
backseat,
activist
though. I don't
Sean
know why he
King
put her in
wrote
the
on
front seat.
Facebook
That's
and
weird.
Twitter, this woman was kidnapped
Yeah,
and
that
raped
was
by
very
a Texas
strange.
state
Look at
trooper.
Sean King looking
King
like a
included
dumbass.
a detailed explanation of the claims as explained by Cole and her attorney Lee Merritt. Well, DPS responded to those accusations late last night by releasing that video in full and saying,
Look
"The
at
department
Bernie
is
over there,
appalled
man.
that anyone would make such a despicable, slanderous, and false accusation against a peace officer who willingly risks his life every day to protect and serve the public." Early this morning, Cole's attorney, Lee Merritt, is apologizing. He wrote, "It is deeply troubling when innocent parties are falsely accused. I am truly sorry for any trouble these claims may have caused." Merritt also says he does not believe that video from DPS has been edited or tampered with in any way. He says he watched it in full, and he does believe the trooper
God damn
acted
it.
professionally during that stop and the arrest. You can read the full statements and watch that full video online. I've posted all of that on my social media on Twitter, Shannon M. Fox 4. Reporting live in Waxahachie, Shannon Murray for Good
My
Day.
thing is, now, are there new charges being pressed for her doing that?
That is a good question. But a lot of the times, no, with these situations. And
'cause that was
I know
fucked
this
up.
is kind of off topic, but why in the fuck was all those pictures of Sean King and Bernie Sanders and whoever the fuck else was in there? Why were they smiling? Like, it was like just a very strange pictures that you would choose,
That was his
considering the
profile
nature
picture.
of the story.
I think that was just his profile picture.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this is his profile picture for his Twitter. But I mean, Sean King has been the face of a lot of fake news.
Oh, man.
I think some of the stuff he stands up for is like it's good. It's good someone's talking about it. But like he finds himself being emotionally motivated as opposed to just trying to put out facts and better the world. So it's hard to
Exactly.
It's hard to believe anything he says.
Yeah, I feel you on that because it's like, you're pretty much like Al Sharpton. You're just not a pastor.
Yeah, exactly. Al Sharpton.
Which have you ever heard that story about
What?
Al Sharpton and the Al Sharpton falsifying a story with this lady? It was some crazy shit back in the day.
No, I've heard about the anti-Semitic
Like a fake
stuff
rape
he's
story.
been saying. Nah.
They pushed this shit. Tawana Brawley. All right, so Tawana Brawley was this lady in upstate New York in 87, 88. She falsely accused 4 white men of having raped her. The charges received widespread national attention because she was 15. The person accused, including police officers and a prosecuting attorney, and the state in which Brawley was found after the alleged rape. Brawley was found in a trash bag with racial slurs written on her body and covered in feces. And this was November 28, 1987. Brawley's advisors, Al Sharpton, Alton Maddox, Vernon Mason, also helped the case to gain prominence. After hearing evidence, a grand jury concluded in October 1988 that Brawley had not been the victim of forcible sexual assault and that herself may have created the appearance of such an attack. The New York prosecutor, whom Brawley had accused as one of her alleged assailants, successfully sued Brawley and her three advisors for defamation. So that successful lawsuit proves that this fucking piece of shit, Al Sharpton, made up a fake rape story to gain, all this attention and money, because you know how it works. It's just sick. Like, what the fuck kind of shit is that?
I mean,
definitely up the Sean White alley.
Do we think Al Sharpton is above doing any of that?
Well, not at all. But you got to think back in 1987, nobody thought he was doing shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
so that was
he's been crooked his whole life. It's just now since we have the internet, we're able to see it.
Absolutely.
It's on Front Street now. So yeah, Al Sharpton, you back to that old shit again, huh?
Yeah, like Bill Cosby, Bill Cosby offered a $25,000 reward for information on the case. Don King pledged $100,000 toward Brawley's education. Over 1,000 people, including Louis Farrakhan, marched through the streets of Newburgh, New York, in support of Brawley. I mean, this was some fucked up shit. You had all these people involved in this big fake, scheme to get money, really, and attention.
I mean, the problem is, the thing with Al Sharpton, it's been a money game with him from the beginning. Like, he just saw this, he saw the whole civil rights things as, like, it's easy to get behind, it's moral. So it's like, hey, this is the good thing to do, easy to gain notoriety. That's why he always attached himself to whoever was in the head of that shit. No matter who it was, he was standing there right next to him to try to get any clout that bounced off of the person at the spearhead and all that shit. So my thing is, like, while, like, I can say I'm going to go feed the homeless, which is a good thing, but if I'm doing it all on camera and constantly shouting out my Patreon and all this other bullshit, it's kind of like, yeah, you're feeding the hungry and you're promoting yourself. Self-promotion. It's a little weird,
Yeah, it's just fucking. It's really like low shit, like the lowest shit you can do. Because I'm like, I'd rather somebody be like, I ain't giving no money to charity and do whatever they do with their life to make money. Say they're like a rapper or some shit. I can respect that way more than I can respect like a guy dedicating his life to making money off of plights. Like, that's so crazy. And then like making up false situations and shit,
It's like insurance fraud. I feel the same way. It's kind of like opportunistic kind of thing to do,
Exactly.
Go flop on someone's car and say, "Oh, you fucked me up, man. I'm gonna need 10 grand."
Yeah,
like,
and my oppressed dog.
Oh man.
The Me Too. The
my fucking dog, man.
I love you.
Oh my God, he's dying. You bastard. Oh man, I love fucking Oscar award-winning dog. He's saying I love you under the bumper of the car, and the dude's up here pulling his eyes out. You're gonna pay for this.
You're gonna pay, motherfucker.
You're gonna pay for this. Wait, I got Al Sharpton on the line right now. He's on his way over.
He's gonna be like, well, first of all, what's the dog's race?
It's a black lab.
Okay.
We're good to go.
Let's do this.
He's from Ferguson. He's from Ferguson, man.
Holy shit, he's from Ferguson. Oh, man.
Shit.
He lived down the street from Mike Brown.
He did, man. Fuck that guy. Fuck the guy that hit my dog.
Yeah, that's bullshit. Man.
So, man, we've been on the air for like I think an hour now. Do you want to take a break, or we keep the stream running and I guess get some water and coffee and some shit, or do we wrap it up?
Yeah, let's wrap it up. I got a prior engagement. Some investigating reporting has to be done.
Okay, guys, thank you for tuning in to LLT News. This is your host, Anderson Tuca.
And this is your host, Don Mellon.
And be sure to like and subscribe if you like the video. We have the Discord down below, and we have a Patreon coming soon, so you can help us produce more news stories. The streams are going to be rough. We're going to keep them all natural, off Fuego. We're not going to try to post-edit too much shit. We're not going to try to dress it up like a lot of these YouTubers. We're trying to keep it raw. And if you guys have any suggestions, go to the Discord and let us know.
Yeah, thank you guys.
LLT News signing out.